Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that's close to my heart: healing victim blaming through self-empathy. It's something that many of us have experienced or witnessed, and it can have a profound impact on our mental health and well-being. First off, what is victim blaming? It's when the victim of a harmful or traumatic event is held responsible or blamed for what happened to them. This can occur in various situations. For instance, abuse or accidents, or even societal issues like discrimination. Now, one powerful tool we have in combating victim blaming is empathy, particularly self-empathy. It's about understanding and acknowledging our feelings and experiences without judgment or criticism. Okay, Deep Inner Soul Healing talks a lot about that, the book that I've written. So let me share a personal story. A while back, I went through a difficult breakup. This was initially supposed to be a temporary breakup, but it ended up being long term because I wasn't able to really just process it in the manner and the time that I thought that I was going to be able to process this traumatic event, this breakup. And as a result, ended up taking a very, very long time, and I ended up going into a period of time where I just isolated and didn't want to talk or deal with anything. And a lot of the times when I was doing that, I began to become, even though initially the situation was that I broke up with the person because of, trauma and abuse and things like that, it ended up turning out to be where I ended up getting blamed for actually the breakup. So that's typically what happens in victim blaming. The person who was initially injured is the person who ultimately gets the blame for what happened. And I don't know if you know anything about blame, but blame is very, very emotionally draining and very, very painful thing when someone blames you for something that maybe you really don't feel like you did anything, and even they may have even said you never did anything, and they'll still blame you for it. Okay. And oftentimes when they blame you for something that they did, it's because of the fact that they don't want to carry the shame. And so they like to take that shame and transfer that shame over to you and cause you to feel the shame and the blame and the embarrassment and the humiliation for what happened. Now, this is very, very painful. And God even showed me that even the humiliation can even be like a humiliation ritual in which the person is, blamed to the point that they, the humiliation is so painful to the point that they get stuck there in the humiliation and the pain. And sometimes people will even go into pride because of this. So this is a very difficult situation that I found myself in. And I ended up blaming myself for it because I was being blamed for it. And I really didn't know how to see it any other way. I would go back and forth between blaming them and blaming myself. So the question is, what could I have done differently? Now looking at the situation afterwards, I realized that what I could have done differently is if someone was to blame me for the problems in relationships, I realized that now I can honor my emotions, okay, and learn empathy and how to honor my emotions, self-empathy, okay, and how to honor what I'm really feeling and not allow another person to dishonor my emotions, okay. Allow myself to feel the sadness and even the anger without berating myself, okay. Instead of blaming, I show myself compassion and understanding. And that's what Deep Inner Soul Healing teaches you how to do. It teaches you how to, instead of blaming yourself for situations that have happened to you, that you allow yourself to have that love and that compassion for your feelings, okay? Because maybe you don't. Maybe the person who did this to you may not give you this. You may have to give this to yourself. So one practice that really helped me was journaling. I wrote down my thoughts and my feelings and things like that, and explored them with the curiosity and the kindness towards myself. This helped me to gain clarity and perspective, and it became a form of self-therapy. Okay, so anyway, so how can we apply self-empathy to combat victim blaming? Okay, well, let's talk about that. First, it's essential to recognize when we're engaging in self-blame. Okay, instead of criticizing ourselves, we can pause and acknowledge our feelings with kindness. Okay, and secondly, we can challenge the narrative that fuels victim blaming. This includes societal attitudes, stereotypes that place undue responsibility on the victim. By speaking out and advocating for change, we can create a more empathetic and supportive culture. So I think the culture really needs to start to shift and start to change, and that's what's going to make a big difference when it comes to victim blaming. Okay. Remember, healing from victim blaming is a journey, and it's okay to seek support along the way. Whether it's from friends or family or professionals, reaching out for help is a sign of strength and not weakness, okay? Which I had to learn that myself. So thank you for joining me for this quick little vlog on deep inner soul healing with self-empathy and victim blaming. Okay, anyway, so about the healing victim blaming through self-empathy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, for more content, as always, take care of yourself and each other. Until next time, and bye.